How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody is fabulous. So, in today's fabulous tutorial, I have a little treat for you. Yes, I do, boo-boo. Yes, I do. I have this adorable little dog that we are going to be making out of a used coffee jar. So this is another way to recycle your coffee jars. You can go ahead and make one of these little bad boys as a gift, or you can make one for yourself and save like your little washi tapes in there. Maybe you could save your little markers in there, whatever fits in there. But I'm serious, it's super duper cute. And could you imagine you making like every little color that you could possibly think of, and then they're just on one of your little shelves? Totally adorable. What? Oh, so you want to see this little item? Yes, you do, don't you, boo-boo? Ta-da! How cute is this little puppy? Look at his little nose, is like supposedly wet. It's all glossy. How cute is this little guy, right? So we made this little guy, and it's actually a jar. So you could basically, well, his little tongue is right there. But you could basically open it and then put in your little goodies or whatever it is that you want to put in here. And hello, super duper cute, right? So whoa, hold on, what happened to his tongue? Dude, why is your tongue on the other side? His tongue went to his neck. Give me your little lengua, mijo. A ver, ¿dónde está la lengüita? For those of you who don't know Spanish, lengua is tongue. Y'all say it with me, lengua, lengua. Good job, good job. So, anywho, this is the little bad boy we are going to be making today. How cute is this, right? You can make this like a little black one. You can make it a little charcoal gray one. You could like really go out. Now, the body, it's kind of hard to wrap this little thing around it. So I would recommend you just paint this white. On the next one, I'm just going to paint it white. Or if you do want to do this, I would actually probably figure out a way how to really stick this little bad boy on there. Maybe spraying it with one of those adhesive sprays and then wrapping the little bad boy with the yarn. But either way, I mean, it doesn't look bad. I mean, it looks cute. But I mean, this was hard because when it comes to this little area of the bottle where it's going to start tapering in, while the yarn would try to ride up. And so you have to find a way to hold it back. However, it really isn't that big of a deal because his little head is the one that kind of hides it all. And the little ears. Look at the little ears. Alright, my little crafty monsters. I know you want to get down and dirty and see how this little bad boy was created because he was like super duper easy. Super easy. And, oh, guess what, guys? 402 subscribers already. What? I know. You guys are freaking awesome. Yes, you are, boo-boos. So, let's not waste any more time and let's get down and dirty, boo-boo. And I will see you in a bit. Alrighty then, let's get down and dirty and make these little bad boys right here. So I would actually recommend that you use a coffee jar like this because that little tapered part on the very top of the jar kind of resembles a little neck and then the little body. So right here, we're just going to go ahead and add some double-sided tape. And this double-sided tape is intended to hold the yarn in place. But like I did say in the video earlier, I would recommend that you either use some spray adhesive or you could use some Mod Podge, or I would recommend you either paint the whole jar white because it'll be a lot easier. See, the problem with this was that the jar starts to taper. And so when it's tapering, the yarn kind of tries to ride up. And so even this double-sided tape in the areas that I didn't have tape, the yarn would kind of move a little bit. Now, it isn't a really big deal. So if you're going to use this as a little lamp, like if you're going to put one of those little battery-operated tea lights in the inside, the light will illuminate in between the yarn and through the yarn, so it would look really cute. So if you're going to use this like a little night light for your kids,
then you don't really have to worry too much about it. But if this is going to be like a little centerpiece or a little focal point for something, then you might want to make this a little bit more tighter and snugger. Or if you really don't care, like Jesse doesn't, you could definitely leave it like this, because I really think that it looks super duper adorable. You guys should definitely try this. It's pretty easy. All you need is a ball of yarn, a recycled jar, something to use as the little eyes and the nose and the tongue, and you are completely done. Oh yeah, and rubber bands. Did I also forget to mention hot glue? Hot glue. Can't do it without the hot glue. Point is, you don't really need a lot of stuff. And like I said earlier, you could definitely use these as either for little gifts or for your own personal use to store either washi tapes or markers or anything that you want to store in there. Like I said, it would look super duper cute if you had all kinds of them on your little shelf. I really think that would be cute. So anyhow, so see, this is the problem that I was having with the yarn. But afterwards, I do add some hot glue to the very edge of that and to the very top edge of the, right where the yarns end. And that's just to hold it in place. You guys are going to notice that's what I do right here. So I'm just putting a little bit of glue on the very edge. Now, you don't really have to worry too much about this because nobody's really going to see that. And then we're going to put some little feet on the very front. These are the little feet we're making. So we're just basically making some pom-poms. I wrapped the yarn around 3 of my fingers about 30 times. And then I went ahead and I tied it in the middle, and now I'm just cutting all of the little yarn. And then this just makes kind of a little small pom-pom. Super easy, super quick. Go ahead and just cut off all of the little excess and kind of make it a little bit more, you know, like a little shaggy paw. And you will need 2 of these little bad boys, so go ahead and make 2 of these. And then after when we do this, we're going to do the same thing with the ears and the front and the back part of the little head. You guys are going to notice we're going to need to do something a little bit bigger than just our 3 fingers. So we're going to look for something that's about 9 inches. That was what we used for this jar. Now I would probably recommend you do something a little bit larger than 9 inches because the ears could have been a little bit longer. But if you like the ears the way they were, the way that I have them on this jar, then 9 inches was the perfect size to do the head and the ears. So right here, I was going to use this. So basically, depending on your jar, that's how you're going to determine how big of these, I don't want to call them pom-poms because they're not really pom-poms, but you'll see right now, we're going to do 3 of these. Now, I did forget to go ahead and cover the lid. I wanted to cover the lid a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, I'm going to do that off camera so you don't see it, but you know, all we're doing is the same thing that we did to the jar. And now that we're done, we're going to go ahead and just put the jar back on. And don't really worry too much about that lid because the jar is, the head's going to cover it. So we are going to use this little cutting mat. This cutting mat was about 9.5 inches. So I went ahead and I spun this yarn around this 9-inch cutting mat about 45 times because I did want it to be pretty bulky and shaggy. So now you notice I took it off pretty carefully, and then now I'm going to go ahead and tie it in the very center. Now this is the center to me. I am not 100% sure if it's the center exactly, but you know, you could go ahead and eyeball it and make it to as close as you can to the center. And you're going to need 3 of these. One is going to be for the ears, one is going to be for the front of the face, and one is going to be for the back of the face. Well, I mean the back of the head. So go ahead and make 3 of these little bad boys. Like I said, I wrapped it around 45 times. If you want them to be a little bit more shaggier, then go ahead and wrap them a little bit longer. Do about 55 times or so. If you don't want them so shaggy, then just do them about 30 times. But this right here, I did them 45 times. Now that you have all 3 of these little bad boys ready, now comes the fun part because we're going to basically put this little bad boy together. We're going to go ahead and start off by gluing the ears on the very top of the jar. These are the ears. And then we're going to go ahead and glue the back part of the head, and we're going to glue it to the lid. So make sure that that gathering of the yarn is on the very, very tip of the jar. And then you're going to do the same thing for the front face. Go ahead and glue that onto the lid and make sure that the gathering of the yarn is on the tip of that jar, the lid, if that makes any sense. So now we're going to go ahead and start cutting all these little loops so that they could become individual little hair. And then we're going to gather a little bit of them, because you know how sometimes Shih Tzus and those little Malteses have the little foofy little chonguito on the very top. So we're going to do the same thing with this little puppy. So a little bit of that yarn that you're cutting, go ahead and bring it up to the very top, because we're going to create that little chonguito. You need some from the front and you need some from the back. So go ahead and gather that together as much as you guys want. Put the 2 rubber bands. Now these 2 rubber bands, it doesn't really matter what color you use, because you will be covering these up with a bow. And then just go ahead and use your scissors and cut all the yarn to, you know, make it even, make it a little bit more neater. Don't be scared to have to give these little bad boys a haircut, because you will need to cut some of the yarns to make it a little bit even. And then just go ahead and cut all of these little yarns. How cute is this, right? Could you guys already see it coming together? Yep. I know. So then now what we're going to do is we are going to need to make the little nose, the little tongue, and the little eyes. And also glue our little feet. So let's glue the little feet. These are the little paws, the front paws. How cute. And then we're going to go ahead and get some pink paper, and we're going to go ahead and draw out a little tongue. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just go ahead and draw a little tongue, and then cut that little bad boy. And I like to glue this onto the lid. However, right here I messed up and I glued it on the jar, but that's okay, because we make the tongue long enough to where it's still going to stick out. So make sure that your tongue is long. Don't cut it too short that it's going to hide behind all of this little fur. Then with my little heart paper punch, I just punched out a little black heart. We use that as a little nose. And these are some big black gems. We're going to go ahead and use these as a little eyeballs. And honestly, to tell you the truth, this little bad boy is completely done. How cute is this, right? So then now we need to just go ahead and grab a bow, and then we're going to put this little bow onto this little bad boy. Now I don't know what color to use, but I think I'm just going to go with a lavender. Now, how does Jesse have all these bows? Well, he goes to Walmart and he buys the satin ribbons, and then he sits in front of the TV and he makes bows so that whenever I need one, I just pull one out. How cute is this, right? So this is where we thought we were going to stop, but what we did is we're going to go ahead and get some glossy accents, and we're going to go ahead and put that on the nose. So now the nose can actually look like it's wet, because you know every little dog's nose is wet. So go ahead and put the glossy accents on there. Mine was a little bit clogged. Does yours guys get clogged? I know, I hate that. So I'm just going to put this on the little nose, and then we're going to add some stickles, little glitter, clear crystals onto the tongue, just to make it look like little drool. I just think it's super cute. So right here, I'm just adding that. And now he's done.
Welcome back, my little crafty monsters. That's how easy it was to make this little bad boy right here. Super duper cute and super easy. Seriously, all you have to do is save up all of your coffee jars. For those of you who are coffee drinkers, I'm pretty sure you have a lot of these. You could even make the little ones. Isn't the little one? Oh my god, the little ones would be super duper cute. So go ahead and make some of these. Could you imagine, like, if you're doing like a little birthday party, you can make these like centerpieces. Put one of those little battery operated tea lights in here, and the lights would basically glow in his little stomach. How cute! Or you could fill this little bad boy with some candies and give this away as a birthday gift to a little special someone who is a dog lover. Aww. I know, he's so cute. Anywho, I hope that inspired you guys to go ahead and try to make one of these little bad boys. And if you do, go ahead and share with us on our Facebook and our Instagram. Go ahead and hashtag Paper to Masterpiece, and most likely we'll get a notification, and we could go ahead and comment on your post and interact with you as well, just the way you guys interact with me here on my YouTube channel. So that's it for now, my little crafty monsters. I hope you enjoyed that video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. Don't forget to subscribe. Go ahead and hit that little icon. It's the picture of moi. And then we become BFFs. You already know the drill, guys. We become BFFs. I mean, BFFs is good, but BFFs is even better. So grab that little button, my little crafty monsters. Let's become BFFs. Grab the little bell icon too, wherever that little sucker is. And you'll get notified every time we upload a video, because you do not want to be missing out on this. Definitely don't want to be missing out. So go ahead, share, and tell a friend, because your friends also need to know how fabulous these tutorials are. And that's it for now, my little crafty monsters. Until next time, bye.